influence extends far beyond the United States. Mr. Gay currently serves as the personal legal advisor to the president of Suriname, Chain Santoki, leading the committee responsible for rewriting the nation's immigration laws and advising on international and trade matters. In recognition of this exceptional service and contributions to Sinhalese economy, President Santoki has bestowed upon him the honorary title Honorable. Mr. Gay has worked closely with U.S. representatives, testified before the New York State Senate on immigration reform, and served as a member of Hillary Clinton's Finance Committee. He is also deeply committed to education and advocacy, serving on the Federal Litigation Committee of the American Immigration Lawyers Association New York chapter, and as a speaker on the association Ask the Experts panel. A familiar and trusted voice in the media, Mr. Gay has appeared on CNN, ABC World News, and the Press Club of America. His work has been featured in the New York Times and Forbes, and he is frequently cited as expert by Fox News and Pix11. Driven by a mission to make immigration law accessible to all, he is also the author of the acclaimed book Immigration for Everyone, now in its third edition, and his symbol speaks volume. From Shah Rukh Khan, the undisputed king of Bollywood, to Honey Singh, the Grammy Award winner, to UN diplomats, retired judges, and global icons, Mr. Gay is the trusted as the best. Ladies and gentlemen, I want everyone, please put your hands together and with a thunderous round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Naresh M. Gay on the stage. A thunderous round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together.
Big thank you to Maddie for this fabulous job. And, I speak 7 languages. So, one thing I must say about India, दिल ले गई तेरी बिंदिया, याद आ गया मुझको मेरा इंडिया, मैं कहीं भी रहूं इस जहान में, मगर दिल है मेरा हिंदुस्तान में. So what do I do in America? This is just bits and pieces of what you heard. But I like to speak about the true story, what I do for Indians in America. This is something you might have never heard of. And we are all wonderful people make movies here. But I'm telling you about a real life movie of how the courtroom works in America and what I've done for Indians. Does anyone know about what happened in the US in 2001? The World Trade Center? The bombing of the World Trade Center? Anybody knows? So what happened is after World Trade Center, Indians were being picked up randomly by the government. And I know of an Indian person who was picked up just because his name matched with a terrorist. Because you're an Indian, I said, that's my duty as an Indian. And I had to fight the FBI in that case, dealt with agents, but we made sure that we stand up for Indians and with the blessings of Almighty God, we won cases for Indians, even had to deal with the FBI, and on many occasions I dealt with them, and we made sure that people get a green card. So end of the day, it is our duty as Indians. Doesn't matter if you're in India or anywhere, we have to be united, because united we stand, divided we fall. And I get this a lot in India, that, that this is not working well, that is not working well. Folks, the reality is I'm so proud of each one of you, and I mean it from my heart, that you are way better than a lot of countries. You're way better than how things are progressing in the West. And the only request which I have for every Indian, support and help every Indian. So someone asked me how an Indian can be let down. The only person who can bring down an Indian is another Indian. So be united, be strong, and you have my support. In terms of my services, I'll be talking about that later. But before that, let me recognize some people, especially for coming here. Teja, thank you so much for being here. A big thank you to you. And Madhu, thank you so much for putting this together. Latika, thank you so much for being here. And Aishwarya and Shrikant, thank you for putting this together. And a big thank you and the thunderous round of applause to the wonderful actresses for being here. I cannot thank you enough for coming here today. And they've been just awesome. And I want everyone to support them in their endeavors. And also at the same time to Mr. Gandhi who's here. Thank you so much for being here. I cannot thank all of you together from the bottom of my heart. So thank you for coming, Sahar. Thank you for coming, Ananya. Thank you to you, Missy Gandhi. I'm pretty good with names. So when people tell me that, will you remember all this? I said, don't worry about it. If I read a book once, it gets mastered right away. So what you'll do in films, I do that in real life, but I won't take a lot of time now. And if anyone wants to act in the United States, as you all know that I work with Shahrukh, I work with the biggest celebrities from all over the world. And there's tremendous opportunity there. And if anyone wants to immigrate to America, it's not that hard, provided you know basically the rules of the road. So I won't take a lot of time, but let me give the mic back to our wonderful MC so she can continue with the tradition of excellence. Thank you folks for being here. A big round of applause for each one of you. So before I give it the mic, I have something to tell you folks. तो घर ही क्या जिसमें घरवाली ना हो, वो घर ही क्या जिसमें घरवाली ना हो, वो शादी ही क्या जिसमें साली ना हो, और महफिल ही क्या जिसमें ताली ना हो.
Individuals and families, listen to me. And all the ones who sitting there are wonderful audience.
And I said, we need to do it over here. And last time when I released my book, it was on Amazon. There's not even a single copy left. And also what I noticed is I'm a big fan of the US government, and they have taken a lot of paragraphs from my book when they wrote the immigration website. And I'm very happy to know that I was able to help the government, and I'm a big fan of the government over there in the US. Generally, for all the good people who make the good laws over there. So thank you so much about the book. Now, this book is helpful to each one of you. Right from my celebrities, right from Mr. Gandhi, to Sahar, to Ananya, and to every producer and director. So because of the limited audience, I'm going to fast forward, but I'm going to tell all of you of how to make money in America. Because I'm a speaker who reads the audience. So I do not speak like the traditional scripts that, oh, I'm going to talk about this. The answer is no. For me, you come first. You are my VIPs. And it's my duty to make sure that you get the best from me today. So take an example. Let's talk about actors, producers, and directors, how you can benefit from the United States. Then of course, I'm going to talk about the universal visas and how can you get a better green card to America. Not many people know that. So first, if you're an actor, if you're a producer, if you're a director, first thing is don't be scared. When you have the right people working with you, there's a saying in life that the sky is the limit. So now, take an example, you did a Telugu film over here, and you're very happy with your progress. How should you lay your foundation to become an international actress, or to become an international producer, or a director, and make yourself famous? Life is about positioning and branding. You may be the best actor, you may be the best producer, but if you do not know how to present yourself, you may not do phenomenally well. Like, a very high regard for this wonderful man whom I look upon very highly, Shahrukh Khan. Why do I like him? Great man, he knows how to position himself. So learn to position yourself, folks. So you did a movie here, and people love your movie. Next step is, for an actor, is to think about the P3 visa. Now, what's a P3 visa? The biggest mistake that producers do, directors do, and other people do is they come to America on a B2 visa, visit visa. Even if someone is trying to ask you come over here, nothing will happen. Do not commit that mistake. Rule number one: better don't come to America, because the new rule in America is they are going to look at your social media profile. So I dealt with an actress a while ago, and there's this person in America, I don't want to name him. So he tells everyone, come to America, oh, I'll make sure that you make money, and you can just come in as a private event. Immigration is smarter than all of you. So they will stop you at the border now and tell you, ma'am, I'm so sorry, you violated the terms of your visa, we are going to revoke your visa. So always get on a P3 visa. If you're coming to America, always tell them thank you, but no thank you. I'm not going to do anything on a visit visa. This message should be, this is for my reporters. I cannot thank each one of them enough. A big round of applause to the press for what they do for us. And you are all my heroes here, each one of you. So spread the message. Do not, if you're an actor or actress, do not perform in the US unless and until if you get a P3 visa, or don't do it. Now take an example, there be so many good actors and actresses. So my good wishes are with these wonderful people here, with Ananya, Sir, and Mr. Gambi. So if they want to get the direct green card, there's a way to do it. Do you know how? It's not that hard. So Ananya does around 20 or 30 films. She gets up the ladder. She gets some big awards. There's a direct way for you to get a green card. Not many people know. That's under the EB-1A. So example, if a Mani Ratnam, do you know he's eligible for a direct green card? He's big. Yeah, Raman. Why? Because he has received international awards. So anytime, if you're a producer, you're a director, there's a category known as EB-1A. You're a scientist. Think about the EB-1A, and you do not need a sponsor. What you need is a good lawyer who puts the papers together. Recently, I got a green card for a person from Brazil. Within 1 month, his initial petition was approved. Within a week, he got the first approval because he got the Grammy Award. So anytime you get an invitation to a big international award, forget everything at the side. I also tell a lot of actors and celebrities and producers and directors and business people here, Mr. Aryan and everyone here, as I told you, my money is very powerful. If I hear a name once, it resonates right here. So, in a sense, think about basically having a second home. And you cannot have a better home than America. I mean, there are few things in America which are unparalleled. Of course, right now, we may not be dealing with the best times, but of course, times are going to change. And make sure that you take advantage. If your goal is to become famous, you need money. Because money talks, virtue walks. That's an American saying. So have that money with you, have that backup, and plan your future in America. So we spoke about the EB-1A, we spoke about the P3 visa. Now, there's an easy way for some people to get a direct green card. That's green card to investment. How much do you need? $800,000. Within 1 year, you can get your green card. First, you get your temporary green card. Then after 4 or 5 years, which is as good as a green card, after 5 years, you get your permanent green card. And the good news is that after 5 years, you're also entitled to get your money back. But that depends upon the risk about the company that invests for you. So what did you do? 5, 6 years, you may get a little more, a little less, because it's a risk associated venture under American law, to which you can get your green card. Very often, a question from the press, which I always get, is what is happening with the H-1B visa? Am I correct on that? Anyone from the press here? All right. So people from the H-1B visa sector are suffering a lot. they're going to look at their profiles. So always have your social media profile intact now. In the past, they were not looking at the social media profiles, but now the US government is going to look at your social media profiles very carefully. And because of that, you should always have a very, very good social media profile. Present yourself properly and do not hang out with people. This is one mistake you do, especially for actors. If they see your picture with a shady character, I don't know the exact word, we call it shady character, means someone who has a bad reputation, you will be banned. Because they see your picture associated with someone that they don't like. So always be careful in your journey. And America is your destiny, especially when you want to make money, you want to come up. I mean, when people ask me, is it hard to get into Hollywood? The answer is no. It's not. But look at Priyanka, proud of her. How did she make it? You need to have the right people surrounding you. You need to know how to kind of position yourself. As I said, positioning is the key of who you are. And I've trained so many of the best over the years. And thanks to all my friends over here for the encouragement I get. I was among the few who's right up. I have 200 people working for me worldwide. We made it to be the biggest among the top 10 firms in New York City. And that an Indian making it, it's impossible. And not many lawyers in America. I'm a trial lawyer. They call me a courtroom tiger. And anytime when the judge is there, Mr. Giri, are you ready? The first thing is, where's your file? Sir, Giri doesn't carry a file. His file is right here. I do not write anything, folks. I speak from the back of my head. I'll read a book. I'll photograph it. I'll come in and talk. And God willing, I do my best to win as many cases as I can. For me, each one of you is very important. Remember investors' visas, the easy way to get your green card. And how do you get the money? America has changed a lot. So, for example, how would you collect 800,000? You can even get a loan on your house. And remember, one thing that people forget, after 5 years, most of these companies are giving the money back because they are monitored in accordance with the stock exchange laws, securities laws. So you're not going to lose it. You may get a little less, a little more, and you got your green card. And the good thing about it is you, your spouse, your children under the age of 21 can qualify for a green card. In America, there are two schemes. One is the direct investors, and the second one that we have is known as the Regional Center Program. And through the Regional Center, you don't have to do anything. Pay the money. You're coming in first class, like how you take a flight, and you all should be able to qualify for the green card. And I think Maddie seems to be having a lot of questions for me, and she's giving me a look. I want to come up here, Maddie. I'm all yours.
So the first question which is coming up to you was, we have different sectors, okay, taking it as the pharmaceutical sectors when it comes to having the food chains. So how does the law apply to different sectors which is present? And if they want to invest
So let me just make sure that I thank her for coming here. You can come up here for a moment. Ultimately, there's a saying in English, when the great get going, the going gets great. And you are great.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Naresh Gai, for inviting me. I had this wonderful opportunity to connect with you, to talk to you, and I've got so much knowledge in just 2 minutes. You're just wonderful. And this is the topic of the hour, immigration and the problems that we face, all the Indians in US immigration, and you're doing it really well, and it is giving us hope. So thank you so much for having me today. I had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for visiting. And if your destination is America, we're always here for you. Thank you so much for coming, and have a blessed day. If you're in the seafood business, if you're an IT company, you can establish your branch office in America through the L1A program. That's why my book is very important to read. And above all, for everyone to know, we have an office in Hyderabad. And I think Srikanth will be coming in later, join me, so you can talk about the office a bit. And give me a few minutes when Mary tells you to come, then you can join me at that time, because she's the boss for the day. That's why we call it as the master of ceremonies. So you are a businessman and you want to start a food chain, all right, or a seafood business. It's really easy for you. What do? Once over there, get in touch with the mayor through the L1A visa program. You can start your business and you initially get it for 1 year. It's known as an L1A manager. And after you get that, then the good news is through the business, after you establish it and your business does well, you can also get a green card. So, take an example about chains. Like, if you have a chain over here, which is very well known, a food chain, they say, I want to go to America. It's a lot of money. But what is missing in Hyderabad is very important, folks. What is missing are the right lawyers who can take you to America. And if you have the right legal guidance, and there's one problem in India, folks. You have all these consultants over here. Who tell you to do fake paperwork, never do that. I'm going to apply for a visit visa, and I can do this for you. Do this, never do anything wrong. Americans love people who are honest. And if you tell them if you don't have a document, they'll be happy to help you out. So, end of the day, when it comes to starting a business, remember the L1A visa. And Srikanth is here from my office. We have an office in Cyber City, right close by, and we're here to help you with that, Maddie.
If you can also once again reiterate the amount of investment with which they can start the business in America.
Now, there are two ways of looking at it. If you're an established businessman, actually, you know what most business people are doing? A smart businessman would say, I have $800,000 ready. How do you get it? You can take a loan on your house. Your relative can give you a gift. Even if your relative is in America, he's a drug relative, he can give you a gift. Or you can take a mortgage, or you can take, gift funds to that, get your green card in 1 year through the investors visa program. So you don't have any headaches. Now you're on the rise. The other way is start your branch office if you're doing very well. And for example, you have an IT company here and you have 200 people. You're getting projects from America. Then, in those cases, you should think about the L1A visa, which is known as intra-company transfer. Means you're starting a branch office, you want to grow it, and in that you don't need $800,000. You need to show that you have enough people working for you, 40, 50, 60, and what you need is around 20 or 30,000 to start a branch office in America. Initially, you get it for 1 year, then total duration of the L1A manager is 6 years, and in between, you can apply for the green card.
In continuation to that, when the investor visa is so good, why do you think people are not opting for it?
Lack of knowledge. People are not genuine here. And spread this message, folks. When you deal with an American lawyer, it's different. But when people come here and they tell you, hey, listen, I'm having this investor summit, you don't even know the person. You invested your money there. And he doesn't have a body, he doesn't have an office. So in the past, people have lost monies because they've not been able to trace these people. Always go with a genuine person. He has to be a licensed attorney because we work for you. So we deal with the regional centers, but of course we guide you through the process so that your money is safe. After 5 years, we want you to get the money back, which means, it's like the stock market. It may go a little up or down. You may lose 20,000, but you got most of it. You got a green card. Your children got educated in America. You got the fantastic degree from Yale, from Harvard, from NYU, and you're all set. A smart person, Mary, thinks about the investor's visa, and I'll tell you why. Your children, for example, and you want to be this great actor, and you want to kind of basically, hang out in Hollywood. You want to be with Robert De Niro, Bruce Willis, and Halle Berry. What do? Simple. Get the 800,000 plan, get your green card, and you don't have to work. You don't have to do anything. Nothing. Getting the green card like a lollipop in your mouth. Got that? Come to America, do what you want, and make your life over there. And what people are doing, they're sending their children on student visas, buddy. Give them the share now. You're going to give something to your children, right? Give it now, please take it and get your green card rather than going through the maze of complexities and making your children struggle and waste their monies on the student visa. I think it's very much advisable to invest in a good regional center through which you can get a green card. And right now, the good thing is that they have infrastructure projects, they have TEA, which is known as targeted unemployment areas, to which you can actually get a green card. And there are other categories. It's only 800,000, and 100,000 may cost you, in fees and everything. But it's really worth it if you really want to settle in America. Tell your children, tell your friends, get them the green card, because if your child, remember what I'm saying, if your friend is coming to the US on an H-1B, the backlog for India is 20 years now. And are you going to be alive in 20 years? And what age are you going to get a green card? After around 60? Not worth the aggravation. The shortcut to destination, the shortcut to destination The shortcut to destination is to get through the investor visa program. And that's why we have offices in New York, and we have Srikant working here, and we have Aishwarya here. We all can help you to get to your destination.
I think that's the best gift which parents can give their children, yes.
Yes.
So when it comes to H1B, so what are the challenges which people are facing right now?
Indians are facing a lot of challenges, and I want the media to pick up on that. And a media should have a lot of questions to me about the H-1B. Now, if you have a friend in America and if he's on H-1B, this is not the best time to come to India. Because if you're going to come here for your stamping, it's taking 1 year. And you may be denied. And the company may not keep you there. So the bottom line is, if you're on an H-1B, better stay in America, let things improve, and it's going to be great. And I don't know how many of you know that in America, recently, they imposed a fee of $100,000 an employer will have to pay if they want to sponsor someone. I predicted this to the American media, that there will be a court battle. Even before I said that, Barry, it came to, and 20 states have sued the current administration that that is an abuse of discretion and it is against basically the principles of the Administrative Procedures Act, and the administration could not have done it. So in a sense, right now what's happening with the H-1B program, things are very difficult in the United States of America.
So, the ones who wants to go for their PhDs, the scientists. So, if there is no one who is sponsoring them, they don't have anyone to sponsor them, how do they get the green card?
Okay, so if you know a friend, right, who's a Booker Prize winner, if you meet anybody, and if you know the great journalist who's very well known in India, if you know the great actress, and even let me talk about people whose visas have been denied. A very important thing. Visa was denied. First, take it easy policy. Waste makes waste. You have to be intelligent. Then, there's a saying in English, where there's a will, there is a way. So calm down, take a back step. How I'm taking my back step here, to my left. Then slowly I take my back step to my right. I'm thinking, people will tell you, do it again. No. Because time is the best cure. Remember what Julius Caesar said, right? I came, I saw, I conquered. So learn to conquer the food. So now, you did not, you are unable to get into the house from the front door. You learn to jump in from the window. How do you do that? Next time, if I'm in the acting profession, try for the P3 visa. And then let a solid lawyer work with you. Keep banging the door until the door breaks. One rejection, two rejections. Third time, they'll make it. Recently, I worked for a very well-known celebrity. Her visa was denied, and she tried going to the best lawyers in America. So finally, someone told her just talk to KV. So I see very few people because I'm always occupied with the best in the world. So someone made the connection, they made the call, said, Mr. KV, we would be privileged if we could see this person, and it came in from somebody from America. So I was surprised that I got a call from an American politician who told me to help this person out. I took over the case. There's no way this person would have come back to America. First, we worked together, but I told her, I will not take up the case if you're not going to be patient. In 3 years, we were able to get the lady a green card in America. From a rejection of a visa, rejection, denial with a bar means you cannot come in. We fought the damn case. We said this lady is brilliant. But the good thing about this lady was she was ready to work with me. I said, are you ready to have more performances? Are you ready to go in front of the media? She said, sure, Naresh, and at your disposal, we made it happen. So don't give up hope because fortune favors the brave. Fortune favors the brave. Nothing succeeds like success. And what is the definition of a genius? It's 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration.
So that means you are building the profile of the lady so that it she wins the case, right? That's how.
Building the profile.
And you even spoke about having a social media, so that also impacts a lot when you're actually applying for a visa.
That is correct.
Okay. So now we have many celebrities here today. So do they get a visa directly or green card directly?
Yes, I mean, as I said, if you're ready to work with the right people, even if you're a producer, you're a director, just tell me that I'm ready to work. I want to make it big. And by the way, I've worked with the best of the best in the world. I have a huge following, and I don't like to talk about myself. People run after me, they follow me, and that's how I've been in the profession. And even the best of the best families of presidents, the president of Suriname, great man, only 2 hours I've gone back for dinner. Imagine what we have done over the years. So we work with governments, and they're just wonderful people. And for me, if someone is interested, and for me, what I look at is the sincerity of the person, and I can teach you how to become big in your life. Forget just the green card. Life is about how you carry yourself. Life is how about you move on stage. How many steps you make to the right. All these things are taught to you in America. So sometimes when I look at a movie, right, and I have some great producers and directors, I don't like the actors sometimes very much. Because sometimes people overact. But when you look at great actors in America, and some in India too, when someone asks me, who's the actor that you like very much? I look at those people who actually have been stage actors. And if you're a stage actor like Manoj Bajpayee, great actor. So ultimately, you should be very natural in your approach. So anything that you do, add that natural component, and you will be phenomenally well. You build a profile, then you change your style. Learn to change your style, folks. Even if you're an influencer, you want to become great. Don't look at what other influencers are doing. Think that you are the hero. You are the person who's going to make it great. If I'm a journalist, do you know there's a special visa for you folks? You have the I visa for the journalist. I. And through that, you can still come to America and you all can cover events. So it's all about thinking, and it's not that hard to come to America and succeed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Giri. I think you answered all my questions. We can ask the ones who are sitting here if they have any questions to ask.
I love questions. Okay, come on, stand up, raise your hand, and I'll be happy to answer questions.
Anyone in the wonderful audience sitting here, if you have any
Let's use the first leader to ask questions.
Are already living in the US in Seattle, Washington. So
If they sponsor you, it's only going to take 22 years.
no, they are all established now.
Yeah, even if they sponsor you for the green card, it's 22 years.
No, there are citizens out there.
But even if they sponsor you,
Okay,
it's going to take 20 years, just FYI.
so I'm just looking for a loophole that you can guide me through.
What's your education?
Sir, I am a BTech graduate, worked for IBM for 8 long years. Now I am into event management. I have different plans to go to the US.
Do you have your own company?
Yeah, I do.
How many people work for you?
Around 18.
18 people.
Yep.
Build it to 40
Okay.
and think about the L1A visa. Start a branch office in America and make money. You won't need a lot of money, but you should be having that dogged determination. And if you can get good contracts from America, that's one way. Or secondly, go for the investor visa because you are legally allowed under Indian laws to have $800,000.
Okay.
Get the green card, start a branch office. If you're BTech, and honestly, if I were you, I would get it to the investor visa. Because you're getting the green card as a lollipop in your mouth.
Okay.
You can't go wrong. And if you're married, you have a spouse, excellent, free education for children.
Thankfully, I'm single.
No, but anything in future, if you want to study, you'll get a lot of, kind of scholarships and everything. And set up yourself in Silicon Valley. Within the first 2, 3 years, you'll be able to make all your money. It's not that hard.
Makes sense, sir. Thank you.
Remember, there's a saying in English, risk is gain. And my story, someone wants to hear, I slept on the streets of New York. Yes. I slept on the streets of New York. And then people talk about struggle, right? What was my struggle? Ready to listen? Because I like to make things personal sometimes. I've gone through the grind in America, and I worked on gas stations, but the wind chill used to be minus 54. I think you guys don't even know what is minus 54. You see Kashmir and everything, it's not that cold. But the cold in America is a killer. And my hands used to freeze, and inside these nails, I used to have blood. And I was about to get frostbites. I would suck my fingers, and I would save my fingers, and I used to cough blood because I needed money for school. And I can never forget a great American guy. And when I was pumping gas Monday, I had gloves, and my hands were not moving. This man gave me a $38 tip, and his gasoline was only $12. And I cannot thank people enough in America. And folks, for people about stories, they try to make movies, make real life movies. When you wear a hat in America, when it's cold, when you take off the hat, you get a layer of ice around it, and you get blood clots when you come home. You see all the blood clots on your face. So folks, if you're struggling, don't worry, because failures are the pillars to success, folks.
Sir, I have another question.
Sure.
I have some partners abroad in the Arabic countries. So can they see? Can I take investment from them?
100% you can.
Okay.
That is a brilliant way for you to get a green card right away. See this, folks, why do people buy a designer shirt? Can someone tell me? Why do people buy a designer shirt?
To look fancy?
Any answer from you? Sir, why do people like to buy designer? Anyone here?
To look fancy?
Yes, not. Because you're paying for the material.
Yep.
So people ask me, Mr. Gay, I've always seen you be like top deck, carry yourself in style. Because at the end of the day, you pay for what you get. So the stupidity is, I want to, and by the way, folks, especially my media people, tell people H1B, 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 and I heard there are temples where people go to for H1Bs. Please stop that, folks. Please stop that. My son going to get the visa, my son getting, my daughter getting visa. Stop that, folks. Believe in God, do your best, but end of the day, plan your future in America. And especially to parents, relatives, give the gift of $800,000 and let them get the green cards because you are going to give them the gift.
Sir, one more thing. See, I'm coming as an investor. Okay. So I'm investing $800,000.
Now you are giving the $800,000 to a company which is kind of monitored by the US government, and you're spending 100,000 in fees and everything and whatnot. So after 5 years, we can expect, like it's like the stock market. It goes up, you'll get the money, or more money. Generally, you'll get a little less. Generally, I mean, they give you 1% interest also.
Oh, sounds interesting. So if I want to establish a company out there and invest my money in my company, what is the procedure?
For that, I would say like the way it works is under the investor visa program, best thing is to buy a franchise,
Okay.
like a Dunkin' Donut. Hire 10 people full time, run the business, and make money. Even that is possible.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I mean, as I said, it all depends on the lawyer, what you want, where you want to get, and what not. You can, and especially for actors and producers and actresses here, it's not that difficult to make it big in Hollywood. It's not.
Okay.
If you didn't do well in Bollywood, doesn't mean that you will not do well in Hollywood. Doesn't mean because it's all about the training. And you know, smart people, they look at things that are outside the box. If you're an outside the box thinker, America's for you. If you're fearless, if you have guts, US is for you.
So one last question. Me and Maddie were supposed to fly to the US.
Who?
Me and Maddie.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are supposed to fly to the US for an event. So which visa is apt for us?
If you want to visit, the B2 visa is good.
Yeah.
Come visit.
Hosting a event there.
Hosting an event, then you need the P2 visa. P1 or P3.
Okay. Okay. So we already have our B2 visas. So
Now, if you don't get the visa, my friend said that. He went to the consulate and his visa was denied. You know what he told the consulate? 999 बेईमान फिर भी मेरा भारत महान. So just make sure that when you go to the visa place,
yeah.
make sure you go with all the documents and do well.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your lovely insights.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity that we are getting to know many things. So, as we are an influencer model, so I would like to know what are the opportunities, what is the difference in India and US if we settle there?
Okay, so influencers in the US, right?
Yeah.
They pick up a topic
Okay.
and they are very detail oriented on that one topic. So in America, if anyone is here from journalism here, any journalists here? All right. So in America, what happens, you deep dive into that one topic and you talk about it at length. But in India, people shift the paradigm all the time. They talk about that topic, then they go somewhere else. But that's what we call it in America, is either you can be a hedgehog. A hedgehog knows too much about one thing. A fox knows too much about two things. Most Indian influencers are foxes, which is good. They'll talk about too many different things. But in America, if for example in the movie business, you're going to talk about that one movie, and you're going to rock and rise and make sure that you focus.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. And a great name,
I'm Akila, sir.
Akira.
Yeah.
Good.
Most probably the common mistakes, what will happen in the visa?
Common mistakes is number one is
Avoid
confidence.
confidence. Okay.
Second thing is making sure you establish an intent to return under Section 214B of the Immigration and Nationality Act. Make sure that you let them know that you're going to come back to India. Make sure that you show them you have enough property, you have good bank balance, you have a good job, and take genuine documents and have that convincing personality. And When you go to the interview, make sure you're trained by a great lawyer, work with a great lawyer who can look into your paperwork, and that's what my office in Hyderabad does. We help people with all types of immigration. But remember one thing, folks, a visitor visa or any visa to the US is never guaranteed. But if you fail, keep trying. If it doesn't happen at the first shot, it can happen at the second shot. But I know people who got in the visa even at the seventh attempt. So get going.
Hi, this is Vijay Prakash here.
Good evening, Vijay. Fantastic talking to you.
How are you, sir?
Good, good, good.
Sir, I'm Managing Director for Bhavani Distilleries and Beverages Corporation Limited. So basically, I'm an entrepreneur, and I just wanted to know that what kind. See, I'm literally interested not in visa. My purely interest is making money. So if I would like to, invest in America, in my own, what I have experience in distilleries and beverages. So what would be your suggestion?
Great industry, lot of money in your business. And you can do very, very well in America in your business. I've never seen an Indian with a strong business acumen. They actually, minimum that I've seen Indians making is $300,000 a year. That's the first year. Then because they're hardworking. Now in your case, the right thing to do is to get the green card in your pocket like a lollipop.
Sir, I have 25 acres of land in Kadechur, Badial. So I have been already, applied for environment clearance to the government of India. So I am coming up with 100 KLPD of distillery plant in Karnataka government. That is a tie-up.
Yes.
So that project is somewhere costing me somewhere around 150 crores.
Uh-huh.
So, this is 75% funding is done by the government of India, and other payments has to be done by me. Is there any same concept is there in America or?
Yes, yes.
Is there?
So once you get a green card, there's something which is known as the minorities, basically funding projects, where the government helps you. And if you work in a TEA, that's a targeted employment area, the government will be happy to fund you, support you, and do everything you need. Banks are there to support you. America is great for that. What they need is people who are entrepreneurs. They need people, and even the administration is saying, we want good people coming to America. We want people who play by the book. So the opportunities are wide open for people like you.
Yeah, that is true. But my question is that the raw material, the main, the backbone of the entire industry, will that be, enough in for our factory? पर्याप्त मात्रा में वो क्या रहेगा वहां पे? पैसा तो हम ले आएंगे, पैसे का कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, बट यहाँ प्रश्न ये है कि अगर हम वहां अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट के साथ आ रहे हैं, तो एक तो लेबर, दूसरी चीज है रॉ मटेरियल. ये दो चीजें, it is most important.
What is the raw material you use?
Sir, it depends. Like now, it is a grain. Like ENA is coming up with grain based now. So maize
Okay.
and
So-
no rice.
So what you can do, you can import. You can import.
Okay,
And a lot of imports are coming in the US from Pakistan
is it?
and from India.
Is it?
So for especially for rice and everything, we can import from there and we are good to go. That's not a problem.
So I would like to meet you in person, sir.
Definitely, I think you can get in touch with the gentleman here.
Okay.
Anyone wants to meet me, I'm here.
Because I have.
Sir, you'll have my direct access, don't worry. So, yeah.
Yeah, because this is all things. I do have my own project report, and as well as I'm also ready with the investment.
I think you seem to be very intelligent, but if the US is your destination, I'll be happy to help you for sure.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
cards to Mr. Gehi on your tables, and if at all anybody wants to reach out to Mr. Gehi, I'm here. I'll be giving my card. So for now, in the next segment, we have a raffle draw for the 10 lucky winners. We will be getting the signed copy of Mr. Gehi's book. So can we have the ball? Okay, I'm great. I think I know what to do. Natasha.
Natisha.
Natisha. Natisha Das.